नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं ज्ञानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम इति गीता ध्यानम। नाउ वी डू चैप्टर 12। ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। अथ भक्ति योगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। You will read verse number 10. अभ्यासेऽप्यस अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि. Verse number 10. We'll also read verse number 11. अतेतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान्. So yathatmavan, a very important. Okay, before we go to yathatmavan, in this chapter Krishna is consolidating the teaching in the Madhyama Shatka of Bhagavad Gita. Madhyama Shatka is chapter number 7 to chapter number 12. 13 to 18 will be Charama Shatka. And this Madhyama Shatka, teacher is revealing Ishvara Swarupa to you. So when Ishvara Swarupa is being revealed to you, the analysis starts that side or this side. Either way you can start the analysis. What you see, the drishta prapancha, the visible universe, is finite and does not have an independent existence of its own. It is prakriti. Therefore, the name given to the drishta prapancha is anatma. And the entire srishti is a mixture of Chaitanya Tattvam and Prakriti Tattva, intelligent cause and material cause. The cause will inhere in the product. The cause will inhere in the product. You buy a gold chain, gold will inhere in the product. The amount of copper that is mixed in the gold there will inhere in the product. The mixture will inhere in the product. So Chaitanya Tattvam, intelligent cause and material cause will inhere in Srishti. Okay? Okay. So that's a Prakriti. One is supposed to use is Viveka Shakti to meant to separate the Chaitanya Tattvam and the Prakriti Tattvam in knowledge. You can't physically separate. You can't physically separate them, but in knowledge, you can see the Chaitanyam and you can also see the Prakriti. And what is the nature of Prakriti? Anatma. Anatma means finite, subject to agama apai, coming and going, subject to destruction, subject to modification, time bound, incapable of giving you permanent peace, security, and happiness. Therefore, Anatma. What is the nature of Atma? Independently existent. It is not a part or product or property of Anatma. It is not affected by the modifications in Anatma. It is limitless. It is infinite. All this is the feature of Atma Tattva. So, in use your Viveka Shakti, the discerning power to separate Anatma and Atma. Okay? And what is the nature of Atma? Limitless, not limited by time, not limited by space, not limited by product, not limited by property, cannot be described, cannot be imagined. Okay, one side. Look at this side, your side. Again, this also is a product, mixture of Atma and Anatma. This also is a mixture of, don't have any doubt. Okay, this also is a mixture of Atma, Anatma. What is the Anatma here? Whatever is visible is Anatma. Whatever can be objectified is Anatma. Body, Anatma. Okay. And whether you like it or not, in our Indian language, we always see the body as different from me. You have not paid attention to it. You go to a doctor and you tell him in Hindi, I am not well. What will you say? तबीयत ठीक नहीं है. मैं ठीक हूं. I am okay. तबीयत ठीक नहीं है. In Bengali we say, Doctor বাবু আমার শরীর খারাপ. তুমি ঠিক আছো তো? হ্যাঁ আমি ঠিক. You never go to the doctor and say আমি খারাপ. আমার শরীর খারাপ. In Tamil we'll say உடம்பு சரியில்லை. That means whether you like it or not, you are able to objectify the body. And whatever is objectified is anatma. What is the nature of anatma? Finite, modifiable, destructible, cannot give you permanent peace, security, happiness. It has its properties, it has its limitations. All those things are a property or a part of anatma. Is there an atma tattvam in you? Okay, well, don't just limit to the body, go inside further. My emotions, what are they? Are you able to objectify your emotions? I know I was unhappy 15 minutes ago. I know I was a little disturbed at 5 o'clock. Huh? You have objectified your emotions. So, whatever is an object of your knowledge is anatma. Are you able to objectify your intelligence? Oh, yes. I know I know banking law very well. I know information technology very well. I know this hardware well. So what is known is objectified. Object of your knowledge is anatma. Do you know your ignorance? Huh? Do you know that you don't know Arabic? Do you know that there is a language spoken in Lithuania, huh? Which is so different. So you don't know even the existence of a language. You are objectifying your ignorance. So therefore you are not ignorant. You have objectified your body, you have objectified your emotions, you have objectified your intelligence, you have objectified your ignorance, intelligence, everything. You are able to objectify all the roles you play. You are able to objectify the script of each of these roles. You are able to objectify all the relationships these roles have to do. You are able to objectify all the events. You are able to objectify all the labels and your positions and possessions. All of them are anatma, finite, cannot give you permanent peace, security, and happiness. Because they are not independently existence, if you lean upon them for emotional security, you will have a sad fall. So, what is the Atma Tattvam in you? There is a knower who says, I know all these things. There is a knower which says, last night I slept soundly. I did not know what happened between 12 and 4. There is a knower who is able to identify that you did not know something for so long. So there is a knower. And what is the swarupa of that knower? Same as the swarupa of Chaitanya Ishvara, specially limitless, time wise limitless. Product, it is not a product, property, or or something, a deviant of something. It is not a version of anything. It is independently existent. So Ishvara is independently existent. Analyzing yourself, you are independently existent. Can there be two independent existence? Therefore, Tat, that independent existence, Tvam Asi, that independent existence and this independent existence are one and the same. Tat Tvam Asi. This is Jnanam. And when you abide in this knowledge, not hereafter, not after death, because if I say moksha will come to you after death, I mean, I can easily say and get away. I mean, after death, if you don't get moksha, you have no access to me anyway. I am saying moksha is available now. Not at 6:30, at 17:51. It's 52, it's available at 53. All you have to learn is to look at the appropriate, look at it properly. And what? That you are Chaitanya Swarupam, that you are limitlessness, that you are limitless is not known to you. And therefore, the problem is that of ignorance. The solution for ignorance is jnanam. So, jnana yoga, application of mind to yoga so that jnanam comes. Jnanam doesn't come, ignorance is removed. You don't bring light, you just remove darkness. In the same way, you don't bring knowledge, you just remove ignorance, knowledge will shine. Ignorance as though an avarana is covering. Avarana means a veil which is covering. So it's a matter of knowledge. Abiding in that knowledge is Brahma Vidya, Brahma Nishtha, Brahma Jnani. Are you one? Whether you accept it or not, Veda accepts it. Veda says you are Brahman. You say, how can I be Brahman? Veda says, I don't know, but you are Brahman. For this knowledge to become my knowledge, for this knowledge to become my knowledge, have to go through a certain prakriya. I have to go through a certain teaching I have to go to a certain teaching process. I have to expose myself to that teaching. And that exposure to that teaching is done through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. And when I do that, that is called Yoga, Jnana Yoga. So Krishna says in this chapter, if you find Jnana Yoga, and then he says, for reaching Jnana Yoga, there is a four-step, the Jnanam is a five-step process. The top is Jnana Yoga. The next lower rung is called Bhakti Yoga level 2. Not Bhakti Yoga, Upasana level 2. Then Upasana level 1. Karma Yoga level 2. Karma Yoga level 1. It's a five-step process. And he says, if you find the fifth step difficult, come down to fourth step. Come down to the fourth step. If you are not able to see Brahman everywhere, if you are not able to have that oneness in consciousness everywhere, never mind. Look at the Drishya Prapancha, look at the visible world. In that visible world, in that visible cosmic world, look at Ishvara inhering everywhere as material cause. And how does Ishvara inhere? In the form of everything works according to a certain order. The sun rises, there is an order behind it. The sun sets, there is an order. Usha Kala, it comes because of a certain order. Sandhya Kala, it comes because of a certain order. Appreciate the Ishvara, Ishvara's order there. Rains, order. There's a cyclone blowing in Tamil Nadu, order. It's blowing. And I is now dissipated, order. You just look at Ishvara as Vishvarupa Ishvara. Ishvara manifesting himself as order everywhere. Level 4. And then teacher, when he teaches you, he looks at you very often. One look at your eyes, he knows he has not understood it all. The body language is so self-revealing. Very often student will do this. I have not understood anything at all. Or he will make eye contact and look at the book. Or he will look at his neighbor and say, have you understood? And the Guru is watchful of all this. So Guru understand that I have not understood. So Guru says, come to level 3. What is level 3? See me as Ekarupa Saguna Ishvara. See me as Krishna. Okay, see me as Kuti Krishna. See me as Unni Krishna. See me as Bala Krishna. See me as Girdhar Gopal. See me as whatever. Murli Gopal. Okay. See me as Shiva. See me as Mahavishnu. See me as Devi. See me as Bala. See me as Ganesha. See me as Hanuman. See me as Garuda. See me as a Chakra. Chakra Talwar. There's a temple near Madurai where you invoke Mahavishnu in the Chakra. They're amazing. He says, you see me that way. And when you see me that way, pour your love, pour all your devotion and everything on me. Okay? This fellow he says, they all sound so emotional and somebody always plants some idea, so that's also not working. He says, never mind. Come one step below. Come to Karma Yoga level 2. Do all your actions as a service to the people. Do total service to the people. Don't do any selfish action. do selfless, do paropakara, do seva. I'm a family man, sir. I'm a family man, Swamiji. How do I do all this? He says, okay. Tadapi asamartasya, if you are not even able to do that, come to level 1. Do your selfish karma, artha kama pursuit, artha kama, name, fame, fortune, everything. Do that. Don't sit idle, don't quit. Do that. Subject, do anything, pursue, achieve anything that you like, anything that you want. Desiring is a privilege. You want to go to Swargaloka, it's a privilege. Desire anything is a subject to two conditions. One condition, conform to what is proper. There is something called dharma. Do all your pursuit of artha, kama, position, possession, family, name, fame, fortune, anything you want in this loka, 6 lokas above, 7 lokas above, 6 lokas below. In all these 14 lokas, achieve anything you like. You can be Indra, you can be Yamaraj, you can be a Gandharva, you can be Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma. All of them are positions which you can acquire. Do anything you like, anything you want to, but do only one small thing. Do it. You don't have to be even a spiritual fellow. You don't have to come to Vedanta classes and then you don't have to do anything like this. Do it as a conform to dharma. I will do what is proper. Condition number 2, you will do actions, and when the results come to you, you will accept it with a sense of gratitude, kritagyata. Okay? So that you don't become arrogant. You accept it with kritagyata. Everything is given unto me. So try these 5. That's what he said in up to verse number 11. So what does he say in verse number 12? Let us. So this was up to verse number. Let's see what does he say in verse number 12. He had given you five sadhana, karma yoga level 1, karma yoga level 2, upasana level 1, upasana level 2, jnana yoga. 5 levels he has given you. Now in this verse number 12, he is giving you 4 other sadhanas. He says, श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागाच्छान्तिरनन्तरम्. Once more. श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागाच्छान्तिरनन्तरम्. Okay. Now he is giving you 4 sadhana. Sadhana number 1, abhyasa. I'll explain each one. Sadhana number 2, dhyanam. Sadhana number 3, jnanam. Sorry, first is abhyasa, second is jnana, third is dhyana, fourth is karma phala tyaga. 4 sadhana he is giving you. Okay? Get it in your mind? Abhyasa, jnanam, dhyanam, karma phala tyaga. He gives you 4. He says, compared to abhyasa, jnanam is better. What is abhyasa? Abhyasa is doing Ishvara dhyanam only, you know. Krishna, 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 Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Do dhyana. It is called abhyasa. Repeatedly. When you repeatedly do this, there is a small risk. It can become mechanical. All of us have experience. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shivaya, Shivaya. Hey, adupula paal pongudupa. Hey, switch off the geyser. Hey, who is ringing the bell? Why is paper delayed today? Why has this milk fellow instead of blue packet given me orange packet today? Yeah. So in Abhyasa, you will run into these problems. And more importantly, you are on Zoom, internet is not working. Hey, check with that fellow while internet is not working. Why tower has not come? So these are the problems with Abhyasa. You have a inclination to become mechanical. Okay. So he says, Abhyasat Jnanam Shreya. What is Jnanam? Take a book and read. You take a book and read, or you switch on the YouTube and listen to Swamiji's lectures. Okay? Abhyasat Jnanam Shreya. Abhyasa is doing mechanically. It can mean you are not doing it mechanically, but if done without much thought, without that lack of interest, you may end up doing mechanic. See, very often people do, I am observing breathing. So you'll observe breathing. Let's say I'm normally my session, I keep it down to 15 minutes. Once I tried 30 minutes. Out of 15 people, 14 were asleep. I was the only fellow awake. So these are the problems you run in this abhyas. So now we shift to jnanam. So when we do jnanam, you read, you listen. There is also a problem there. What is that problem? This knowledge that you have given is not backed by abhyasa, by practice. Therefore, it does not stay. It has what is called cross ventilation problem. Enter through this, exit through this. You have cross ventilation problem. When you are reading, when you are listening, you will say, wow, and all of that have this English word, awesome. But at the end of the session, full, because you have to go and take your car out. It doesn't work. So, but it is better than abhyasa. Abhyasat Shreya Jnanam. Is there something better than Jnanam? A mixture of Abhyasa and Jnanam is called Dhyanam. That is better. Compared to these two, that is better. The mixture is always better, a little bit of, what do you call, cashew nuts, a couple of peanuts, some oma podi. The mixture. A mixture is better. Diwali mixture. So the mixture is better. It's recommended because both your mind is occupied in this thought process and the words, when you say, Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham na Chabhuta Sangaha, you not only repeat, you look at the meaning. Okay, that is recommended. It is better. Okay. Now in this verse, all these words have a different contextual meaning. When I say dhyanam here, it doesn't mean the dhyanam elsewhere. Here the dhyanam simply means mixture of these two. And here when I say jnanam, it is not Brahma jnanam, it means theoretical study. So abhyasa, jnana, dhyana. Then he comes and says, so jnanat dhyanam vishishyate, dhyanat karma phala tyaga. This is an amazing thing. In the first paragraph, in the previous one, verse number 11, he said karma phala tyaga, the last one, the last rung. He said that is first rung, in the sense, not that last from below. That's why it's, some boy said and said, sir, Appa, I have come third in class. So what, third from top or third from below? That's a question the father usually asks. So in the same way, top rung means top from the top or top. The topmost rung from the top, the lowermost rung. So you talked about karma, kamya karma, as the lowermost rung, and here you are talking about karma as the topmost rung. Krishna, why this distraction? Hannah, see, at one point of time, I'm telling you, this is the best. And even as you are looking at that, I tell you, this is the best. So you say, tell me, ek pair hai na yaar, they say na, in Hindi there's a nice song. Ya to ghoda bolna ya chatura bolna, like that. Ek pair hai na. Don't keep changing. So they tell me one. Yat Shreya tad ekam vada nischitya. Krishna was to ask, Arjuna said this much ahead. Chapter 3 he said, now you are in 12, you are confusing me again. So Krishna smiles and says, I am not confusing anyone. Glorifying karma phalatyagam is called Arthavada Stotra. See, for example, you all go to these bhakti bhajans and things like that. You go and listen to these. While listening to the bhajana, sampradaya, it's done very beautiful. The karta who does the bhajan, he will tell you, in Kali Yuga, you don't have to do Veda Adhyayanam. You don't have to go to temples. You don't have to go to do puja at home. You don't have to even do karma for your parents. Just say Rama, 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 you will get moksha. Is it a fact? It is glorifying that particular upasana, that particular sadhana. Here he is glorifying that particular sadhana. Why? Because Krishna realizes, the teacher realizes that Nam Sankirtan, yes, Nam Sankirtan is Shreya. They will say, you do only Nam Sankirtan, you will get moksha. And he will tell you a story. This fellow is doing Rama, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. And when he opened his eyes, there was a golden Ratha, which was being driven by Krishna. Rukmani and Satyabhama were, no, Radha Rani was seated next to him. He came to you, gone down from this Ratha, picked you up, put you in the Ratha, and took you to Vrindavan, and you have got moksha. So you don't have to do anything. Just say Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna. Is it not said? You will get moksha. It is called Arthavada Stotra. In the same way, the teacher realizes. Remember in chapter 7 he started, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhait. Out of thousands of men, few attempt to reach me. And out of all of them, one or two reaches me. So out of so many bhaktas, so many sadhakas, many have no idea of Jnana Yoga. Forget anything else. They don't have even an idea of Jnana Yoga. Yeah, I and Ishvara are one and the same. This man has gone mad. It won't work. Okay, Vishwarupa Ishvara works when things are okay. It works when things are okay. What about Ekarupa, Saguna, Ekarupa, Ishtadevata? Works most of the time, but does not work when I have personal emotional problems. I am not able to hook on to that, I am able to hook on to here. I cannot take insults. I cannot take, the person I love so much is no longer caring for me. I can't take all that. Or my stock market fall, I cannot take. I trusted in Ishvara, I told him Krishna, 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 and stock market has gone down. So that's also a problem. Therefore, that also I am not able. Are you able to do Nishkama Karma? Sir, social service is okay after I make some money. After I settle down in life, I will make. So fine. Have you settled down? You ask a pensioner, have you settled down? He will say, no, now I am a pensioner, so I can't give now. So till you retire, you will say, let me settle down, I will give. After you retire, you will say, no, now I am a pensioner, so I don't have the old income. So I can't give. I don't have time for Nishkama Karma. What karma do you have? Sit comfortably on an easy chair and worry that WhatsApp message has not come, calls have not come. So, majority of the people, I am not counting you, okay? You are all qualified people fit for Jnana Yoga. All qualified. I am not counting. Majority of the people are not able to relate to the upper four sadhanas. They are able to relate to the last rung. So Krishna says, please, this is for people who have otherwise are not inclined to go towards spiritual progress at all. So he gives you a practice which we are all doing on a daily basis. He said, now rather than do it mechanically, do it deliberately, choose to do it and do it with knowledge. What are they? You have a lot of agenda, lot of things to do, lot of things to do. Okay? So many things to do. Now, whatever you do, before you do, offer it to Ishvara. Ishvara, Bhagavad Kaingaryam, with your support, with my physical body, and with your inspiration, I am taking up this work. Okay? Simple things you can do. You want to start your car? Put the ignition, engage. Then say, Om Shri Margabandhare Namaha. That means you have a destination, you have the vehicle, but the travel is not 100% in your control. You should drive in Chennai yesterday, or today. After that rainfall, the roads it looks like moon now, craters all over. Which crater your car will go in, we don't know. Marga Bandhave Namaha, may I reach on time? Before you board the flight, Marga Bandhave Namaha. There is a layover of 4 hours, Marga Bandhave Namaha. Because 4 hours and your flight is 5 hours late, the connecting flight is gone. Marga Bandhave Namaha. Takes care of all these eventualities. Do it on a daily basis. Do it on an event to event basis. That is called Ishvara Arpana Buddhi when it comes to all your actions. And when you do Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, will you be able to do Adharma? Even Adharma, if you are able to do Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, no. You will have what is called, much later we'll see. There is one value called, there is one something called Hri. Hri means abashedness. Abashedness to do Adharma. It's called Hri. We will study it. So you do all your actions. It is possible for all of us. Before switching on the computer, Ishvara, help me. Because anything can go wrong. Suddenly a blue screen will come. Windows not loaded. No, then I immediately have to call Ishvara's help. So Ishvara's help, I have a friend here, Ramesh. Ramesh, what to do? He will say, sir, do this, sir, do this, sir, do this. Then one fine morning, mic disappears. If everything is okay, power cut. Internet goes. So, all your actions are depending upon forces outside you. Bhagavan, be with me. Margabandha. And you can call any god, okay? You can call Margabandhu is Mahavishnu. Sorry, Margabandhu is your Mahavishnu, Margabandhu. Shiva. Margabandhu is Shiva. And Partha Sarathi is, see, all of them, you have every version. You have one, just as you have iPhone and Android, you have Shiva, you have also, you have Shiva is iPhone, so you have an Android version, Mahavishnu. Partha Sarathi available. Okay, you call Muruga if you want. You call Hanuman, it's a fast courier service. Call anybody. But Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. You do it daily, do it deliberately. You are doing, you have a headache, take one of those, Amrita, whatever you are. So I don't want to mention a brand because people should not think I'm marketing. You apply a pain balm. Ishvara Anugraha, help me. May this medicine work. We do it all the time. Do it deliberately. Then all actions will produce results. Results will be four mathematical signs. Remember that. Greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to. Four types of results are always possible. When whatever be the result, you say, this is a gift from Ishvara. We do it all the time. Hey, you buy a new car. Don't you put, what's that? Lemon under its four wheels and drive. And then you buy a new house. Don't you participate in Bhumi Puja? Then you put that doorway, main door, don't you do puja there? Don't you do Graha Pravesha? Do it. When a child is born, don't you do that 11th? What do they do it? They do Punya Vasanam. Forget the child. Even the conception, Garbhadhanam, say you do baby shower. Before you get married, you do Mangalya Puja. We are doing it all the time. Now do it deliberately. You don't have to be a spiritual person for this. Do it deliberately. You can use all your religious practices for Artha Kama. You have one house. You want to buy one more house? Or more than one house? In particularly in Chennai, there is one Muruga temple. Okay, if you want, I will privately tell you. There is one Muruga temple. You have to go to that temple and write a petition and put it there. Muruga, I have one. Give me two houses. And remember, ask only for that mortar brick house. Otherwise, he can give you, he has two wives. If he gives you one more, it's a problem. Or one more spouse, it's a problem. So ask for a house. You say, I am ailing. Muruga, Vaidyanatha Swami, help me. I want to recover. And so, you can use all your religious beliefs. You say, let this happen. I will come walking all the way up to Tirupati. I will give you my hair. Or you can even other. I'll give you my hair, do this for me. Use Ishvara as a bargaining counter for every little activity of yours. Okay. I bought this, this was bought a couple of years. It's a very expensive pen, Schaefer's pen. Not Schaefer's. Yeah, Schaefer's. After the day it was delivered to me, what do? We put it at the feet of Saraswati along with the ink bottle. Next morning you take it out and write there, Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. I write. But took out a new notebook for making some notes. What did I write here? 7 layers of Vedic scriptures. The 10 Upanishads. Okay. So we do it, but do it deliberately. Okay. During Diwali time, during other puja time, somebody gives you new vastra. What do? Chandan Kungumam you put for that. Anything new you do. But you also do it intelligent. You have a new laptop, you put puja to that, you apply Chandan Kungum carefully. You are also intelligent enough not to bake coconut on your laptop and on your car. You break it at the doorway of your house. You don't bake a coconut on your laptop. So that means you are invoking Ishvara anyway. Okay, do it deliberately. If you are wearing a Rudraksha, before start, touch your Rudraksha. If you are wearing a chain with a Krishna locket there, touch Krishna. Krishna, may I do this? May I have this? You are having a sip of first thing in the morning, you are having a coffee. Okay? Sprinkle a little water and say, Ishvara, thank you for this. Because that coffee is a combination of so many things. Not easy to make. The decoction itself with milk, sugar, इधर उधर combination हो गया तो you will have smoke coming out of your ears. People get upset if the morning coffee is not okay. So do it as karma phala tyaga. What is the phala? You are not saying give it away to Ishvara. Give it to Ishvara and take it back. Offer it to him, saying that it all because of you. Take it back. Can we do this? All of us, without exception, can do. Even if you don't put it there, mentally you do dhyana. I am able to do. I am going to take up a session now at 5:30. At 5:25, I say, Krishna, may I be able to do it well. At the end of the session, when people say so many comments and things like that, Ishwara, thank you very much. Yesterday I gave a play and they said, sir, we are amazed at the flow. Ishwara, thank you very much for me being able to recall and do it that way. Anything. You are able to sing well, before, after, think of Ishvara. Because if Ishvara's powers were not there, it will become a cuckoo voice, will become crow voice. Anything can happen. So recognize the presence of Ishvara, that is called karma phalatyaga. That it's a very good beginning point. When you do that, consistently your mind, you grow up. You are free from resentment. You are free from calling yourself a failure. And that he referred to you as Tyagat Shanti Anantaram. Shanti, you get. Okay, Tyagat. From that Tyaga, you get Shanti. Anantaram Tyagat. When you are able, Tyaga means you don't give it away. You show it to Ish. Hey, your Nevedyam at house. You prepared Kurukatai for your Ganesh Chaturthi. Suppose Ganesha comes and says, give me one, you will never do Nevedya to me again. You do Nevedyam. That means you are showing. That's why they say, when you are doing puja at home, the priest will say, bring Nevedyam. And after some he will say, take it away. Then you do arti. So show it to him. Acknowledge that it's all given unto me. I am fortunate. Kritagyata bhava will come. Arrogance will go. Anxiety will go. Agitation will go. Resentment that I did not get what I want will go. And when and what do you get in exchange? Shanti. You get what is called Shanti. What is Shanti? Peace. There is another beautiful word for Shanti. That word is called Prasada. The moment I say Prasada, you think of only, Sundal, Vadai, Laddu and all these things. That is not Prasada. Prasada Buddhi. The Buddhi is a calm, non-resentful Buddhi, pleased with itself. You are together as a person, you are pleased with yourself. This is the result of the first 11 verses of this chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. There are only 20 verses, but amazingly placed. In 12 verses, he tells you what are the 5 sadhanas, what are 4 sadhana, and what is the result. In just 12 verses, he has unfolded. The teacher has unfolded this beautifully unfolded. And it comes to us by the grace of the parampara. This was taught to me by my teacher. To him, his teacher taught him. His teacher taught his teacher. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. You also say Padma Bhuvam. Vishnu, Mahavishnu went to Brahma. Brahma gave it to the other 4 students. Then it came to the rishis. Through the rishis, it came to you and me. This is a parampara. This is called the Vaidika parampara. When we are in this class, when we are able to do this class, when you are able to listen to this, this is one Kritagya Bhava. I am fortunate to be born into this system where this is available to me. And all I need is consistent systematic study for a length of time. You need to work on it. And almost all of us here have been studying for 4 years now. 2020 November we started. It is 2024 December. 4 years we have completed almost 12. 2 Shatkas we have completed. The next 6 also we can complete. We are Kritajyata Bhava. We have to express to Ishvara for anything and everything that happens to our life. I become a non-resentful being. I become calm, non-agitated. FIR, I have told you before, works better. Frequency of disturbances, intensity of disturbances, recovery time from disturbances. It is in perfect balance. Okay? You can be pushed, but you cannot. You can be knocked down, but you can get up. You can be pushed, but you will be never shaken off your center. This is Krishna's assurance. In the next 13, 14 to 20, 13 to 20, Krishna talks about, in chapter 2, we talked about Sita Pragya Lakshana. Hey, how will, suppose this fellow, suppose I do all this. How long will it take? Who knows it, how many lifetimes it will take? Okay, can you tell me somebody, show me somebody who has followed all this, and how will he look at? How do I know that this person has done all this? So the next 8 verses, Adveshta and things like that. So there it comes, Adveshta Sarvabhu. Yeah. Where is 13? Yeah. Adveshta Sarvabhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirankaraha Samadukha Sukachami. Beautiful things are coming, which we will see in our following sessions. It talks about how I can live a life abiding in that knowledge in my own small way. You don't have to become Brahmagyani to live this life. In this life, today, now you can decide, I am going to live my life like this. Veda comes and tells you you're Ananda Swarupa. You say the transformation will start. You don't say, how do I believe? You say, let me live this life and see. Let me give it a chance. New product, why don't you try? You are willing to spend lakh of rupees on some iPhones. It is not even asking for money. It only asks for your commitment. Shraddha. You have got Viveka, use your Vaivaragya, use your Shraddha. Manage your Dushta Chaturtha. There are 4 Dushtas around you. Raga, Dvesha, Ahankara, Mamakara. 4. All of them putting it in. So just watch out for that. So we will continue next week and see the next few verses and see how we can relate and see how far we are from moksha. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha gobrahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalanim देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो सब संतों की जय हो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो बजरंग बली की जय हो जय जय श्री कृष्ण जय राधे कृष्ण
जय श्री कृष्ण
जय
Jai Shri Krishna, sir.
जय
Radhe Radhe, sir.
राधे राधे